Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. I want to take just a moment to introduce myself. My name is Joe Bell. I'm a good friend of Stretch. We've known each other for quite some time, and we're really excited you could join us on this Intro to Essential Oils webinar that we're doing tonight, whether you're watching live or whether you're going to be watching the recording. I just really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to join us for the next 35 to 40 minutes as we talk about essential oils and how to use them in your daily lives. So thanks again for joining us. Like I said, my name is Joe. I've been using essential oils for right about 9 years now, and we use them all the time. We use them for everything. We have them all throughout our house. We have them, in our kitchen, in our bathroom, in our kids' rooms, and I mean, in every room in our house, you can find an essential oil because we use them for everything all throughout the day. So I want to talk to you first about why doTERRA. What stands out about doTERRA and why that company is the best essential oils on the market available today. So there's 4 different types, I guess, types of essential oils. You have your synthetic oils, and that's your fake oil. That's your industrial strength cleaners, your stuff that they make in a lab and put in a bottle, and then you can use it to clean your floor, clean your kitchen, to pest control stuff, things like that. And then you have your food grade, and those essential oils are what's in your food. Your peppermint candies and things like that is your food grade. Then we have our therapeutic grade, and our therapeutic grade is the ones that's going to have some therapeutic properties. Maybe a little bit of ones to help with pain and things like that. Stuff massage therapists would use, really. And then there are certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. And certified pure therapeutic grade is those are the highest quality of essential oils in the market today. And so that's where you're going to get the oils that you can, that have your therapeutic and medicinal purposes. They have, you could take them internally, that's an important factor when it comes to essential oils. Lemon, for example, we go to the restaurant, right? And you get a glass of water, and what comes in it? Lemon. So you squeeze your lemon, you put the whole rind lemon in your water. That essential oil that's on that rind is leaking out and getting into your water, and it happens naturally whatever you put in there. And so we should be able to take internally the essential oils of lemons and grapefruits and things like that, and because they're certified pure therapeutic grade, you can take them internally. As if you go to the store and get one at Walmart and Target, which I've seen have essential oils, and you pick up a bottle of lemon or a bottle of grapefruit, a bottle of orange, it's going to say not for internal use. Keep away if you're pregnant. Use caution, which you should always use caution with anything. However, if we eat lemons, we should be able to take the lemon oil internally. It just makes sense. So that's really the big difference with doTERRA. Certified pure therapeutic grade is they have medicinal purposes. They have therapeutic properties, as well as you can take them internally. All right. So those are the 4 different grades of essential oils. Now let's briefly talk about how to use them. So as we talk about essential oils, and as we learn a little bit about them, as I'm talking to you about, I'm going to tell you how to use them, but just generally, there's 3 different ways to use them. So the first way is topically. So if your head hurts, you just apply it right on your head, topically, right there. If your back hurts, you apply it to your back. So you're applying it topically on the skin, on the point that needs the help. Then there is internally, which I just talked about a little bit. You know, like I said, you lemon in your water, grapefruit in your water, orange in your water. You could take those internally. And you remember, one drop goes a long way. So like peppermint, one drop of peppermint oil is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea because it's so potent and strong because it's pure. I know you're gonna taste that. So one drop is all you're gonna need in your water. And then the last way you can use it is aromatically. And aromatically is diffusing it into the air by using an essential oil diffuser. And the diffuser, when you're looking at those, you want one that's ultrasonic because the ultrasonic part is what breaks down the essential oil into fine enough particles where we can breathe those in and it can get into our bloodstream as we breathe that in, and we can have those really positive effects that we're looking for. So those are 3 ways to use essential oils. So let's talk about a few. I'm going to start with the single oils. And I'm going to start with, let's start with lavender, because this is a pretty common one that most people are really familiar with. I don't really know how well you can see that, and I apologize. I tried a different spot for lighting tonight, and it is just not working. So if you can't see it, it's labeled purple lavender. Maybe if I hold it on the side, the light's a little better. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Lavender is pretty popular. A lot of people really know about lavender because it's in a lot of soaps and bath salts and things like that. Because lavender, its main properties help you calm and be relaxed, help you get in that deeper sleep at night. So it has a lot of calming effects and properties. So we put it on our kids before they go to bed, bottom of their feet, before they go to sleep. I have it next to my nightstand, or next to my bed on my nightstand. So I put it on before I go to sleep so I can get that good night's sleep. I like to put it on the back of my neck. And you can put it on the back of your neck. You can put it on the bottom of your feet. It's very gentle oil. It's very, very safe for people of any ages. It's great for skin, where it's soothing to the skin. We were out, yesterday we went over to the lake and we were paddling out on our kayaks in the lake, and we were out there for probably longer than we should have been without sunscreen, and got some nice red shoulders from having my sleeves up with paddling. And when you get sunburned, everybody just really wants to push on it and touch it, and it really hurts. And especially when your kids come up and they want to give you a hug and they want to hang on you, and you really can't say anything that you really want to say because your kids. You gotta tough through that. And lavender is really great and soothing for the skin. You put it on; it's got a nice effect on that skin, helping that sunburn. And then you can also throw some peppermint on with that, and we'll get to peppermint in a little bit. But you can throw peppermint on it, and it helps take that hotness out because of the cooling effect. So lavender is really good for burns, for calming. We travel a lot. We're in the car sometimes for days, right? And so we stop at a place to get something to eat. And after being in the car for 6 hours, our kids go and get out and run around like crazy, which is great. I want to get out and run around like crazy too. Except when you go into a restaurant, it's not always the place, right? So when we get out of our car, we put lavender on our kids' back. We have them line up, put lavender all over the back. By the time they get in the restaurant, they just want to sit in color. They've been sitting all day, but now they want to sit in color in a restaurant. It's fantastic, right? So lavender calming effects works really, really well. So I want to move over on to Melaleuca. Melaleuca here again. I don't know how well you can see that. A lot of people, if I put it real close, that kind of works, right? Melaleuca in your face, right? Because this is anything for skin. You can put it right on your face. I know a lot of teenagers. I know parents that have a lot of teenagers that have acne problems. They're liking the Melaleuca because it's a cleaning one, really good for the face, skin, irritations. Melaleuca is really, really good to use for that. again, anything skin. It's also known as tea tree oil, which is what you may have heard of it by. Melaleuca is really an interesting one because, again, anything skin, but antifungal is also really, really good use. So my brother, a few years back, he works in Arizona and he lives there. A few years back, he was working as a miner. So he would go into these pits, right, full of dirt and rocks, and dig out copper, and for this company, and they had on-site showers that you could use before you got into your vehicle to drive home, because you'd get covered with dirt, and it's just, I mean, you'd get in your car and you could see the outline of the body sitting on the seat because you're just so dirty. So he would always take showers before he'd get in his car. Well, he got some athlete's foot from being barefoot in the shower, not wearing shower shoes. And he tried everything, sprays, powders, lotions, everything. He could not get rid of it. And so I sent him a bottle of this Melaleuca, and he put a few drops on, kind of rubbed it on in there on his feet and things. He noticed a difference within the next day, 24 hours later. And within just a few days, it was all cleared up. And when he called me and said, "Hey, it's all gone. This stuff is amazing. Can you just send me another bottle so I have it?" So I sent him a bottle of Melaleuca with some shower shoes. So next time when he was at work and he was going to take a shower, he didn't have those issues, because it's just really effective on things like that. Any skin, scarring. I had poison ivy on my arm. It's almost gone. Slight pink. It's been a few weeks, but I've been put on Melaleuca several times a day, and it helps a lot. No inching. So Melaleuca, anything skin, any skin issues. So I'm going to talk about frankincense, peppermint, and then we're going to get into wild orange and lemon. So frankincense, and this lighting, I mean, I'm so sorry. So frankincense is the next one I want to briefly talk about. And I love frankincense. I keep it in my bathroom by my sink, and I take one or two drops, try to get one, sometimes do come out internally every day, because frankincense is, in ancient times, was considered the internal medicine of the day. So, it's been used in King Tut's era or time. He used it. It was found in his tomb when he was pulled out, and they tested it. Still perfectly good to use. In biblical times, frankincense was given to baby Jesus as a gift, and at that time it was considered such a prized possession. Not many people had it. The wise men had it. And the wise men were considered to be, kind of like the doctors of the time. And frankincense was considered to be the internal medicine, and so of that time. And so now, taking it internally, it's just the same. It's really, really a powerful oil. In my opinion, frankincense is kind of like that Swiss Army knife. You got that little Swiss Army knife that hangs on your keychain. I did have one on the desk, but I don't know where it went. But you got one that hangs on your keychain. It can do everything. It's got scissors. It's got a knife. It's got a screwdriver. It's got tweezers. It's got toothpick. I mean, you can do everything with that little and so this frankincense, you really can do everything: pain, inflammation, skin. It can pass the blood-brain barrier to be able to have positive effects on our brain. Anything you can think of, frankincense can deal with. Honestly, scarring. I've cut myself, and the first one I've grabbed was frankincense, and it helps clean that and seal that. When my daughter was born, my youngest was born, and she got frankincense on her back within minutes of being born, because that was very traumatic, and this is a very soothing and great for trauma. So frankincense, the saying in our house, when in doubt, use frankincense. So my kids know if they get hurt and they can't find an oil to use or which one, they grab frankincense. It's orange and starts with an F, and that's what my youngest can find. Frankincense really is good for everything. Let's talk peppermint, and then we'll get into wild orange and lemon. Peppermint. And again, I kind of see that. So peppermint. Peppermint I mentioned earlier, it's really strong. 1 drop of peppermint equals 28 cups of peppermint tea. And that's a really, that's a very true statement. If you've ever experienced peppermint straight, you really can agree that 1 drop is equal to that many cups of peppermint tea. So peppermint, it's a driver oil. So you put something on your back because your back hurts or it's sore, but you just need to penetrate a little bit deeper. A few drops of peppermint on it drives it in a little bit deeper, because peppermint has a menthol effect on our skin. So our pores, it opens up our pores to be able to drive that other oil in deeper. It has this cooling effect on the skin, as I mentioned. So if you're really hot, you need to cool down quickly, rub some peppermint in on your chest, your back, the bottom of your feet. It's going to help cool you down as well. So peppermint really is good for a lot of things. We like it in our cooking, really. Peppermint brownies, make brownies, a few drops of peppermint, fantastic, really. It's so good. In the winters, we put a drop in our hot chocolate. Tastes great. It's really good for, it also has positive effects for digestion, and headaches. You get a headache, you can use peppermint. Pain, you can use peppermint. So there's lots of different uses for peppermint, but again, the one that we personally mostly use it for is to help take out from burns, from sunburns, to help cooling effect on the skin, and then we add it to our desserts. But it does do a lot with headaches and things like that. All right, so Stretch is going to talk to us about a few of his favorite oils that he really likes. So you are unmuted, and it's all yours.
Okay. So I'm going to start with lemon. I don't know if I'm going to have to. It doesn't. There we go. So lemon is really good for a lot of things. One of the things we like to use it for is when we're out to eat. We order water at the restaurant. We'll put a drop of lemon in the water. My wife, Sherry, is always getting lemon in her water. And a lot of times she'll just pull out her lemon oil and put a drop or 2 in there. But one of the things I really have been impressed with lemon for is its ability to clean. A couple of years ago, right after we first started using oils, one of my kids got gum on their shoe. And I've always used Goof Off for things like that. I don't know if you've ever used that before. I used it when I was working in construction a lot, and it seemed to take out just about everything. But it smells like worming chemical. So it's not the most pleasant scent. And I was using Goof Off to try and get this gum off of my kid's shoe, and it was doing okay, but it wasn't doing great. And my wife says to me, why don't you try the lemon oil and see what that does? So I took the lemon oil and put a drop or 2 on the gum where it was at on the shoe, and took a paper towel and just rubbed that spot. And I couldn't believe how quick the lemon got that off of the shoe. And I had been rubbing with the Goof Off for probably a couple of minutes and just barely making a little bit of progress. And here I put the lemon on, and it was gone in just a few seconds. So lemon is really great for cleaning. And that is one of the things that I have been very impressed with it for. But it's also good. You can put it in your water. You can put it in to flavor your food or whatever. So it's a really great oil, very versatile, and good for a lot of things. The next one I want to talk about is wild orange. And, of course, I can't remember the spot I held the lemon, so that's really hard to see. Anyway, it's orange, and it says wild orange. And wild orange is probably my favorite oil. I love the way it smells. I diffuse it just about every day while I'm at work. I'll put it in my diffuser, and the guys at work love the smell of it. In fact, a quick story about wild orange. A few weeks ago, we had gone out to eat at work, which we do a lot. And usually when we go out, we go somewhere where we can get a lot of food and we can eat too much, and we feel like we're going to be in a food coma. And this one particular day, I can't remember where we went or what we ate, but the 3 of us that were in that office together, we all just felt like we were going to fall asleep. And I think I had something diffusing. I don't know if it was Wild Orange or something else. Usually it's something that isn't going to put me to sleep. So it was either Wild Orange or Motivate or something, but it just wasn't quite having the effect it needed to have to keep us awake. And I was sitting there at my desk trying to stay awake, and everybody else was trying to stay awake. And then it just hit me. I've got oils in my drawer. Pull out the Wild Orange and rub it on my hands. So I reached in my drawer and pulled the Wild Orange and just put like probably 2 drops in my hand and then rubbed them together and then took a big old sniff. And it just, that smell of it just kind of instantly wakes you up, but then rubbing it on your hands just kind of has a lasting effect. And I took that bottle and gave it to everybody else in the office, and they all rubbed it in their hands and smelled it the same way. And about an hour later, one of the guys came back in from, I don't know if he went out to get a drink or whatever, but he came back in the office and he says, "Hey, I don't know if it was that oil or what it was, but I feel good now and I'm ready to go, and I can feel like I can get something done today." And, I believe it was the Wild Orange. It's worked for me in the past. It's one thing about these oils is they just seem to never miss. And that's one of the great things. But again, Wild Orange is another really versatile oil. You can use it for a lot of things. You can even flavor your food with that. And I've done that before with smoothies in the morning or various different things. I've even put it in my water, and it tastes really good there. So it's a great oil.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, those are some of our favorites too. We really love lemon for cleaning. I'm gonna have to try gum on the shoe. Or lemon to get gum off the shoe. That's a really great tip right there. And Wild Orange. I can tell you tons and tons of stories, just like you shared, of how Wild Orange was kind of a pick me up when you need it. So thank you so much. Yeah.
You bet.
So one of the great things that doTERRA has done is they have combined oils. They take, for example, they take the best oils for your digestive system, put them in one bottle, and labeled it Digest Zen. So it's a blend of oils because there's a bunch of oils in it. So we got Digest Zen. Again, I don't know how well you can see this, and I do apologize. Oh, that looks like a good spot. So they take all the best oils for digestive issues, put it in a bottle for you to use. And Digest Zen is, oh man, a favorite at our house. So the other day I counted up Digest Zen bottles that we have open. We have 1 in each bathroom. We have 2.5 bathrooms, right? And so that's 3 bottles. We have 1 in the kitchen. We have 1 in each one of our vehicles. I just kept finding open bottles of Digest Zen because we love it. We use it all the time. And the thing is, our kids will go to get it and they'll be like, "Oh, there's no Digest Zen here. I'll just go get another bottle." And we had to have a talk with them because we can't have 100 open bottles of Digest Zen because it works so well. Any stomach issue, from constipation to diarrhea to upset stomachs to, maybe you're just feeling really heavy and weighed down, you ate too much. Just a few drops on it. We went out to dinner tonight. My in-laws are visiting, and they wanted to take us out to dinner after a day of just catching up on things that need to get done around the house. The honeydew list was kept getting longer instead of shorter like it's supposed to. And so when my father-in-law comes out, he's a real handy guy. And so, I got to stay on his good side. So I got to help figure out how to do some things around the house. And so he's been helping me. And, so he says, "You know what, let's go out to eat tonight. We've been working, just doing odds and ends around the house. Nobody really wants to cook. So we went out to eat, and man, it was so good. But afterward, I just felt, I just did not want to move out of the chair right when we got home. And so I took the Digest Zen and 1 or 2 drops right on my stomach and rubbed it right in. And within minutes, and I was like, "Oh man, I got a webinar. I got to go post this. I got to get ready for this. I, got to get these kids in the bath." Just felt ready to move, felt good, didn't feel weighed down, didn't feel heavy, just felt fantastic. By the way, we ate at Mellow Mushroom. If you ever get a chance, highly recommend millet mushroom. So the way this works is you can see doTERRA, this white cap right here, and then the oils come right out of that white cap. So 1 or 2 drops, and right on your stomach and rub it in. So you're putting it on topically. You can also take this internally, 1 or 2 drops into a little shot glass of water, and just take that down real quick. Within minutes, you're feeling better. And I can give you stories that where it's been so helpful. When we first started using oils, right? This one always is burned into my memory thanks to my wife. We've been married maybe 3 years. We had a family reunion on a cruise, so we went on a cruise, and they have a midnight buffet on the cruise we were on, a midnight dessert buffet. And so you never miss the dessert buffet, right? So we go to the dessert buffet, we eat it, and then, ready to go to bed by 1 o'clock. So we're in bed, and then I don't even know what time it is, but it's early. And, my wife's reaching over and hitting me, wake up, my stomach hurts, go get the Digestin. So like a really good husband, I rolled over, put the pillow over my head, and fell back asleep. And, she just kept waking me up to go get Digestin. So finally, after the 3rd or 4th time of waking me up, I got up, got her the Digestin, she put it on. Within minutes, she was asleep. And then I went back to sleep. In the morning, she was kind of giving everybody a hard time. I had to wake Joe up 5 times to go get me Digestin. And so she never lets me really live that down. But she was sick. I mean, the desserts just did not agree with her. I mean, she looked sick. But a few drops of Digestin right on the stomach, within minutes, her stomach was able to settle. She was able to go to sleep. And that really made a huge difference. And I can tell you times I was in Mexico and drank the water and I shouldn't have, and I got sick. Digestin to the rescue, right? Kids getting sick, throwing up. One-time throw-ups, Digestin on the stomach, taking care of issues. After Thanksgiving, you eat that huge meal and you just want to sit and rest and digest and, watch the parade or the game or whatever's on. You don't want to move. Digestin. Put it on your stomach, and in a few minutes you'll feel good, and then you go help and clean up dinner, right? So Digestin on your stomach, in water, topically, internally, amazing oil. One of my personal favorites. I love the way this one smells. I love what it does. This blend is called On Guard. Let's see. Maybe. Nope. Sorry, I tried. So On Guard. This is a protective blend for your immune system. Help strengthen that immune system. And this is one you want to use every single day because it's a preventative one, which, you get sick, then you got to put this oil plus so many others on you to help you get you feeling better, right? Whereas if you use an On Guard every single day, it's a preventative thing. So this is one you want to use for your immune system every single day. We put it on the bottom of our feet in the mornings before we put our shoes and socks on. Our kids get it every morning and every night before they go to bed. They go to a homeschool group. They're putting it on before they're coming in contact with all those germs in a homeschool group. As adults and as parents, we come into contact with so many germs a day that our body isn't used to. It's amazing. You go to the grocery store and touch one of the shopping carts on the handles, somebody could have sneezed all over that, right? Or coughed in their hand and then put it right on that. And, you go to the store, you pick up something, read it, put it back. How many people have touched that before you? Where was it made from? That's just germs you come in contact with, doorknobs at restaurants or a lot of doors now open automatic, but, school. Don't even get me talking about how much germs are at public schools from your kids. Kids are still learning proper hygiene habits. So why wouldn't you use On Guard to help your immune system, right? So I was a public school teacher before I started using doTERRA. before I started teaching people about the oils. Public school teacher, taught sixth grade. Sixth grade, that is 11 and turning 12-year-olds, most of them. I did have a 13-year-old once, but 11 to 12-year-olds. And they're still learning proper hygiene habits. I mean, you have to remind them, make sure you wash your hands. Oh, you just sneezed, go wash your hands. Or you just coughed into your hand, use the hand sanitizer. You have to remind them. Some kids wear the same clothes all week. I mean, it's just normal. But you're touching markers, pencils, pens, doors, playground equipment, PE equipment, computers. It's pretty disgusting. On Guard, help strengthen that immune system. So as a first-year teacher, you get a lot of extra days off for being sick because you come in contact with those new germs. I never had to take a sick day in all the years I taught because I used On Guard every single day. Now, I used the sick days for other things because it was a use it or you lose it type of deal. So I just want to put that out there. I did use them, but I wasn't sick. Don't want to, a week of sick days to go to waste, right? So use On Guard preventatively. Let's talk, it's like my next favorite oil, Balance. This is probably a lot of people's favorite oil. Smells really great. Good for skin, but for me, I like it because it helps me feel grounded and focused throughout the day. We have a lot going on in our lives. And just like you do, you've got kids, you've got work, you've got different schedules, you've got soccer, we've got appointments, we've got classes, we've got conference calls, we've got webinars, we've got family visiting. We've got so much going on that sometimes in the day, it doesn't feel like you even make a dent in the things you need to get done. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like you did anything because you get sidetracked so easy from one thing to another. In fact, I was getting ready for the webinar. My computer was downstairs, so I brought it upstairs. And I get it upstairs, and my kids want me to run a bathroom, so I start running a bath. And then my other one wants water, so I get her some water. And then I thought, oh man, I got to go get the oils for the class. So I go downstairs to get the oils for the class. And I'm downstairs, and the TV thing is they're watching a movie. It's DVD player's not working, or so I'm fixing that, or somebody calls on my cell phone, or there's text messages, and so we get sidetracked. And it probably took me 2 hours, honestly, to get ready for the class and get everything I needed to gather up because I kept getting sidetracked. But when I apply Balance, for me, it's a grounding and focusing. So I can stay focused on things I need to get done, and I can stay grounded to get those done, and I can get it done instead of procrastinating or getting sidetracked. And so for me, I like Balance every day. I put it around the back of my neck. I also love it as an aftershave. A little bit of coconut oil with Balance, really nice, smooth, smells great. I get people always ask me, what are you wearing? I'm in grocery stores. You smell really good. What are you wearing? So it's Balance essential oil, So lots of really great things. But for me personally, Balance is for grounding, focus. It's good for skin. But really, Balance is, if you've never tried it, you've got to try it because it's seriously my top 3, easy. We're going to go right along here. I got 2 more I want to talk about. Deep Blue. Let's see if we can. That's going to be a really hard one to see. Maybe the side. Maybe I was blocking the light. Man, I need to get like a light projecting right off from the computer, I think. Because if anybody's ever used one of those lights that project right off the computer, let me know. Let me know if it works. So, Deep Blue. Deep Blue Pain. This is a blend. doTERRA took all the best oils for pain, put it in the bottle, and said, here you go, use it. So we put it in. We put it on anytime we're in pain. I've been doing a lot of yard work lately, so my back's been hurting. My knees have been hurting from kneeling for a lot, pulling things out of the ground. So I've been putting it on my knees, my back, my shoulders. It's absolutely amazing for pain. Maybe it's been one of those weeks where you didn't get to the gym or you didn't get the exercise in you wanted. So you just think, I'm just going to have I'm going to go on Friday, just going to get a killer workout. I'm going to make up for the rest of the week. But then on Saturday, you're feeling that workout. Deep Blue, rub it where it hurts, and you're going to notice that relief happen. It's a soothing blend, soothing to the muscles, soothing to the tissues, soothing to those joints. When I was working with a teacher, she has been teaching probably close to 30 years. I mean, she was 2 years out of retirement. And she struggled with arthritis in her hands. By the end of the day, her hands hurt so much, she couldn't even use the mouse on the computer because it just hurt from holding markers and, everything she'd been doing all day. So I gave her a bottle of Deep Blue. I said, just put 1 or 2 drops in your hands, rub it on the best you can, and it's going to help. So I gave it to her. She left, and I didn't see her again until the next day. But I came into the classroom early. I had been an hour before school started. So I got in an hour before school started, and on my desk, there was this loaf of bread. I didn't leave this here. The janitor coming in, leaving me bread. I mean, that's great. So about 15 minutes after I was in there, the teacher I gave it to, she came in and said, Joe, that Deep Blue was so amazing on my hands last night. It helped so much. I went home and I made homemade bread. I kneaded it. I did everything. And I made about 12 loaves. My husband was so excited because he loves homemade bread, and I haven't been able to make it in years because my hands hurt at the end of the day from teaching. But that Deep Blue is amazing. I need several bottles. So she bought a bunch of bottles, and she gave me a homemade bread that she was able to use her hands to make because it helped relieve that pain so much. So Deep Blue is a great for soothing blend. Last one I want to talk about, see if I can get this one good. Breathe. Hey, that worked. I guess it's the sneak attack is the best way to do it. So, bottle of Breathe. Breathe is all the best oils for your respiratory system. 2 or 3 drops, rub it right on your chest, and you'll have a little bit of excess on your hands. You can rub that right under your nose. And when you breathe, you feel like you get a nice, deep breath. It's great. Sometimes after working outside, it's that time of year where pollen is everywhere. I don't know how it is where all of you are living, but here I have a white pickup truck that's now yellow because of all the pollen. I know Stretch knows what that's like from Florida. And our pool has a coat of yellow pollen on the top that the pool guy came and was like, dude, what's wrong with your pool? Pollen. That's why you're coming to fix it. So he was pretty shocked because there was so much pollen in the air over here. And so at the end of the day, I'm just kind of stuffed up. Eyes are kind of itchy, watery. I'm putting Breathe on my chest when I fall asleep so I can feel like I get that nice deep breath in, get that good oxygen intake so I can feel like I can relax. Respiratory issues, this is what you want to use. One of the things we take for granted. Granted? Which one is that, Stretch? Granted?
I think it's Granted.
Granted. Thank you. See, I'm still learning here. Granted is our nose, right? We take that for granted all the time, right? Because it's working, no big deal. We go about our normal business. But when it gets stuffed up, when it gets runny, oh man, we'll do anything to get it fixed, right? We'll be blowing it and we get that redness right in here and right underneath from wiping it with tissues. And it just hurts right here. I mean, we've all experienced it. Breathe is the key to that. You can put some on your chest, some on your nose, even right here. Oh man. And you just get that deep breath and you're like, oh, my nose is back, right? Until the morning and it's not back. But it helps with all of that. Get that nice deep breath in. A lot of marathon runners use it that I know. They keep it in their pocket while they're running. They're running, putting it on, get that nice deep breath. I just was informed that there's a rugby team in Australia that uses Breathe before their practices, before their exercises, before their games, because it's so effective on all their players. They also use our Lifelong Vitality, which is our vitamins. and they love them. That's what they use. There's even a U.S. team that one of the coaches is integrating some of the doTERRA oils into it because it's such a great thing to be able to use. A lot of professional athletes do use it. Football players, baseball players, they're all loving this Breathe because they really get those deep breaths and they feel like they can get that good air intake as they need. So, let's talk real quick. I want to just point something out. So if you see this bottle of Deep Blue, this is a 5 ml bottle of Deep Blue. The 5 ml bottle has really close to about 90 drops in it. So 90 drops. This is that Breathe bottle. This is a 15 ml bottle that had 250 drops. So when you compare these two bottles, as you can see, give me just 1 second here, sorry. So as you can see, this bottle has 250, this has 90. This bottle is much bigger. You're getting much more bang for your buck right here with the 15 ml compared to the 5 ml. And the reason I want to point that out is because what doTERRA did is they created the most basic user packs, user kits. So if you're going to get involved with essential oils, they took all the basic ones that every family should have, and they put them together in a package deal. So you get this package deal, and the nice thing with these package deals are your membership is included, your wholesale membership is included with those prices. So doTERRA is a lot like Sam's Club or Costco or BJ's Wholesale. I don't know if you guys have those there. But where you pay a membership fee, just like at Costco, and then you can buy everything at wholesale, right? So with these starter kits, that's what doTERRA did, is it includes a membership fee. And the most popular one, I don't know how well you can see that. I printed out this flyer of doTERRA. It's right there. It's called the Family Essentials Kit. And what comes in it is 5 ml lavender, lemon, peppermint, melaleuca, oregano, frankincense, Deep Blue, Breathe, Digestin, and On Guard. And you get some beadlets in there, which is like breath mints and stuff. And you get all of those oils. You get approximately 90 drops of each one of those oils in the 5 ml bottles for $150 plus, and then you got to do shipping and taxes and stuff. But the nice thing about that kit is it's the most popular kit. That's the one that most people start off with because it's giving you all of the basics of what you need in your home, and it's just those smaller bottles, those $90, sorry, the 90 drop bottles. So you can kind of sample those out and see which one you're using more. Maybe you're using a lot of On Guard and lemon, but you're not using so much oregano. So then look, I love this On Guard. This may be something I need to get more of in bigger bottles when that time comes. But people were really loving that kit. But they were using the oil so much, they said, we got to get these in bigger bottles. So what doTERRA did is they offered the Home Essentials Kit right there on the bottom. The Home Essentials Kit is frankincense, lavender, melaleuca, oregano, lemon. Did I say lemon? Maybe. Let me start over. Sorry. Frankincense, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, Breathe, Digestin, On Guard, Deep Blue. And then it comes with a diffuser, a pedal diffuser. And the pedal diffusers are amazing. They're my favorite diffuser because it comes in a really big base. So it's really solid. So if it doesn't tip over easy, where some of them are tall, and they don't have a very solid base. So my kids go to put water in there and it tips it over on accident. Or things get caught on the cord. I mean, accidents happen, but this one has a really solid base. And every time something happens, it just slides. It doesn't tip over. We've never experienced that anyway. So that diffuser is really great. You put in wild orange, you're putting frankincense, or not frankincense, On Guard. You can put anything in there, and it's absolutely amazing. So that kit with the bigger bottles now, it's 250 drops you're getting. You got to remember. So a lot bigger bottles for $275. And now with that, you're getting, again, the wholesale membership as well as those oils. Another thing we can do is we can customize a kit for you. You can do the membership fee, which is only $35 to get your oils at wholesale. And we can talk on the phone and figure out what exact oils are going to be best for you and your family. And you can get those at that discounted rate. And that's the deepest discount that we can get you. And the smartest way to buy is by getting your own wholesale account. So the best thing to do, if you have any questions, is either contact me at ashleyjoebell@gmail.com, ASHLEYJOEBELL@gmail.com. You can message us on Facebook as well with at Oils for Every Family with Ashley and Joe Bell, or you can reach out to whoever invited you. So if Stretch invited you, definitely contact him. I know him and Sherry would be more than happy to talk with you over the phone to figure out what is best for you and your family and to get oils in your home. And if you contact me, I'll make sure he gets all the credit because, he's a great guy. He deserves it. So thank you again so much for joining us tonight. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out. This is what I'm here for. This is what I do all day is I answer oil questions. So don't feel like you're bothering us. Don't feel like it's a stupid question. We're here to answer questions. So let me know, let Stretch know, and we can get you started on the path to be able to take control of your family's healthcare today. So thank you so much for joining me, and we will talk to you all again soon. Have a good night.